I think he would be totally fine with it. I can see, but I wouldn't bring my friend if my partner was like, oh, what the hell?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, but I wonder why they're being like, what the hell? Is it a newer girlfriend? How long were they together?
That's true.
So I have known Jay since undergrad, and we're very close. I have known Elle since middle school.
Literally, yeah.
And we've always been good platonic friends.
So over a decade.
So, and this is...
And then how long is the
they're a couple. They're a
girlfriend?
couple. Jay and Elle are a couple.
Jay and Elle are a couple, and she's getting...
And Jay is cool with Elle going.
And so how long has OP and his girlfriend been dating?
Yeah.
Less than 2 years, because he says Elle came to his Christmas party 2 years ago and I had gone to hers the same year. Granted, we were both single at the time.
Okay, this sounds like there's an issue with the girlfriend. She clearly feels upset or worried about the friend. But to me, it's totally fine, A, because Elle has gone to a Christmas party and Elle has a partner, which doesn't mean...
Of course, it doesn't
right.
mean for a lot of people, it doesn't mean anything. And it may not mean anything.
But if the girlfriend is upset, there's obviously something going on.
The girlfriend, I will say, very quickly painted a negative picture of like, wow, you're so quick to replace me, which is interesting. But I also think about like, it's a holiday party. It's the time of year. It's the party where you bring people you care about to meet the people you work with. And so if I'm a coworker and I meet OP and OP's like, hi, this is my friend so-and-so, I would be like, oh, I wonder if they're dating and it's not official yet. Or like I would just assume things. And you'd wonder like, I don't know, maybe this girlfriend, she can't go. Maybe she sees it as important that she's the girlfriend. She's the one who meets the coworkers. But like it's very like it's like kind of like traditional vibes, like traditional thinking on that. But I don't know.
I want a little more context on this one.
Yeah, I want more context.
This is one of those stories where I'm like, I feel like I need to talk to these people. Because I feel like this is so different based on the couples.
I agree.
Because I like, yeah, knowing you and knowing so much of us here at Smosh, I'm like, oh, we're all chill with stuff like that.
I think it would be absolutely fine.
But it can be very different based on the relationships.
Especially where they work.
So some comments here. Let's see if we can get some more information. Someone said, I wouldn't do that if I were you. That looks really weird to show up to a work Christmas party with someone other than your partner. Everyone will assume, I know, their problem, that you broke up or you brought your mistress, and that isn't professional behavior. You would be the asshole. Someone else said, especially if it's with a person that came as your plus one in the past.
Okay.
Someone else said, expect everyone to think that Laura is your new girlfriend or that you're cheating on your existing girlfriend, though. Holiday party plus ones are almost always for significant others or spouses, not friends. Honestly, if I were your girlfriend, I'd be upset too. So I am changing my verdict to you're the asshole. Lastly, someone said, my question is, why can't you just go to the work party without a plus one? I've done this when I was single multiple times and it wasn't an issue. No one's the asshole because I don't know enough about the dynamics of your friendships. That's a little bit where I stand. But
Right.
I am, the friend offered just so she was just like, I'll never turn down a free drink and food.
Yeah. So she said it's like a really nice venue, right?
Yeah,
So
super nice
honestly,
venue.
yeah.
But it being a super nice venue does make it sound very formal. And I think what also matters, I mean, she did come to his Christmas party. They went to each other's Christmas parties a couple of years before. But it depends on the type of party this is, and it depends on the type of work environment they have too.
True.
And whenever Smosh has done parties, it's a much more chill
It's very chill.
vibe. It's kind of just like
we get pretty crazy. We play the White Lotus theme song and fist bump, but it's pretty.
yeah.
They get pretty crazy.
But it is. We have the type of parties where people do bring friends. I don't think
People
about
bring
much about
friends
it.
all the time.
But we're also the type of place that like I don't know. We're all very close, and we're a much smaller place. If someone brought a friend, I'm not going to go. If you brought a friend, I wouldn't be like, oh, what about your husband?
What
I'd
about
be like,
your
husband? I'd be like, oh, you
Yeah,
brought a
that'd
friend.
be pretty wild to be like, you're bringing your mistress to a holiday party.
I feel like it depends on the person, because if I brought a friend anywhere, most people that know me really well would be like, oh, this is your friend. They would never be like, oh, you're cheating on. Because I just have a lot of guy friends that we do things together. But this sounds like it's between him and his girlfriend, because I feel like this isn't the first time she's been like, oh, well.
You signed.
It's kind of.
Something's going on there.
It's tough. I'm curious, what kind of business do you think this is?
Well, if it's a
9 to 5.
If it's a nice
It does
venue,
give
it
9 to
sounds
5.
like 9 to 5.
And
9 to
it
5
maybe
corporate.
corporate, maybe finance.
Oh, finance.
Yeah.
Or
He's
like
probably
marketing,
cheating.
like a big marketing company. I feel like a place like this, like has a fancy venue for a holiday party. Is probably like, like a media company, like a Netflix
Funds,
or like
stock.
Possible.
like something creative.
Yeah, for me, I am not upset. So the verdict was asshole.
Interesting.
I am not. I feel undecided on this one because I'm like, this for me, I can't just declare something like that
No.
without knowing the dynamics of all of this. And with it being written from his perspective and it being a pretty short post,
nothing's wrong.
I'm like, I need a little more details.
Yeah, I mean, their relationship is still new, and it's also interesting that I think what's the most important thing in the situation would be, did he respect what she said and not do that? Mm-hmm. Or
Yes.
like that's what matters more to me. It's
Yeah.
interesting that he went to Reddit for this. Like it feels like
Yeah.
now that gives me the red flag of like he went to Reddit for this. So I'm like, is there some insecurity with him and his childhood friend that this girlfriend has?
Yes.
And like,
I don't know. Is
Also,
there no?
if you care about your partner, like if my husband was upset that I was bringing a guy to a thing, I wouldn't bring the guy to the thing because I'd be like, okay, well, it's not worth it.
Right.
Exactly.
Not gonna die on that.
Exactly.
Exactly. So it's like if she's upset,
Yeah.
I'm very curious what our comments will say on this one.
Yeah.
No update.
No update. So OP, I will say OP is a Redditor and is very active, but never commented on the story, and there are no updates. So I don't know.
Interesting.
But I'm curious about people's perspective on this because I think this is one where people have very different views.
yeah.
And to me, it just completely depends on the
relationship.
relationships. But also, if you're in a relationship with someone and they say they're uncomfortable with that, like that's kind of a point where I think you guys need to decide as a couple of like where you stand on that. Because if you disagree on it, that's only going to get worse.
Problems in the future.
Exactly.
Because that friend is not going to go away.
Right.
No.
So I guess we have some more research in, and we do believe like this party is probably pretty button up, official, fancy.
Which means they party hard.
Yeah, but also with that kind of party, I get it. I get
it.
This is not. I get it with a more casual thing.
Yeah, like an
But
outing.
like a super official party, I understand why someone would be insecure.
Also, East
About
Coast, they take their relationships differently.
Yeah.
I think it
from
depends on
someone from East
region.
Coast.
It does depend on where this is
Yeah.
at, who these people are, and the type of party. It all affects it.
Yeah.
That's why it's so hard to give an opinion on it.
But I don't like that he didn't give more details. I'm always a little wary when I'm like, you're leaving shit out, and he didn't end up responding to much, but these are always the ones where they're like, okay, info. Okay, so actually, yes, it is a black tie event.
Yeah, he didn't give more
and
info because
nobody else
"Oh,
is bringing
shit."
friends and info. And yeah, so actually, there's some more history here. There's always stuff like that. We don't have anything, so I am undecided, but I respect the verdict.
I'm undecided a little bit too.
Yeah, I feel like if I was in the situation, I guess I'm a more open-minded person of like, yeah, bring your friend. Like,
too.
I guess just whatever you do whatever your partner thinks is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But I personally agree with that. I am personally someone who wouldn't give a shit,
Same.
but everyone's different. Next story.
Next story.
Am I the asshole for regifting my boyfriend's Christmas present, a $1,300 laptop, to my sister?
Family.
I, a 23-year-old woman, love my boyfriend, who's 24, and have been dating him for about 2 years. He has always been really supportive, and our relationship is great. So when it came time for Christmas, I wanted to get him something really special. He has been complaining about his laptop for a while and has expressed the desire to upgrade to a newer model. I decided I would surprise him with a brand new laptop for Christmas. I wanted to get him the best laptop I could. So for the weeks leading up to Christmas, when he'd complain about his laptop, I'd take these opportunities to casually ask him which laptop he liked, what he wanted in a new laptop, and so on. The main problem he had with his laptop was the speed, so I thought it would be fitting to get him the same model that he had, MacBook Pro, just the latest version. Now, I'm not a tech person. I don't know the first thing about RAM, SSD, etc. I just assumed